Now, here, I don't have much to say about Ralph. Speaking of my favorite fat people, I don't have much to say about Ralph. But we're going to play a clip of Ralph coping and sneating over the fact that Cozy Rozie is 100% soy, chugs the soy. Since the moment that child was born, Cozy Rozie has been chugging 100% pure soy from the formula can, and all he can do is lie about it being breast milk.
Pancho! Come here. Got into his ear, quote unquote. What are you doing? Oh, you can't. You know what? She's actually feeding the baby. So that kind of make me another one of these here in a little while.
Okay, I'll do it in a 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine. She's got the baby like locked on there. My daughter has never drank formula ever. And I was reading a Seethe post.
I don't know if I can make it
They
louder.
created an alternate reality where she actually did drink formula, and I made that up because I was coping that she
And coping and
I was
sneating,
coping
sir.
because she drank formula.
Let's get it right.
First off, it's not me. I would just come on out and say if she drank formula. But no, she never has, and thinks it's like nasty. But no, I have no need to lie on behalf of my baby daughter. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would just say she didn't like breast milk, but she absolutely loves it.
WTF, Ralph, what are you doing? Sent $3. Why aren't you giving that baby water to drink?
Oh no, that was another one.
Bambigity
don't drink water.
$3 Ultros. Hit it first.
Ugh.
Such a sad state of affairs.
Chad declared he hit it first, too. And yeah, I know it's way better if they drink breast milk for sure, which, like I said, thankfully, she doesn't fuck with the formula. I sat there and saw him. Patsy tried to, like, give her a taste of it in the hospital, even, and she was like, ugh.
I thought she never had a
She
sip
only
of
wants
it.
the breast milk, so... Which, I mean, it might be more convenient every once in a while if she did drink formula, but she does not. So, she does not fuck with that.
Huge shout out to Ultros. That's gonna be a real huge shout out.
What's weird is that, like, May does not have any boobs. I do not believe for a second. She has not developed any breasts over her pregnancy. She still does not have any boobs at all. There is no way that she is producing milk. And that's not even abnormal. Like, really, I don't think really skinny girls who have no boobs, have no mammillary glands can make boobs. Okay. I don't know what's up with that. But he really copes and he really gets insecure when people point out that there's no fucking way that kid is drinking breast milk. Also, briefly, I'll mention this. Ralph has gone to California, Northern California, to see Xanda, his son, who is 17 months old, who he has never seen before yesterday, I think. And Matthew Vickers is being cringe about it, as Matthew Vickers is, complaining. I think there's debate over if the Pantsu Twitter account was being used during visitation so that he could circumvent his no social media role. Like, one of the stipulations for him visiting the child is that he is not on social media when it happens. There's no pictures or anything, but Pantsu was active during the visitation, and Pantsu made a comment about how Xander had a bruise on his face that Matthew Vickers claims was because he was roughhousing with his uncle, and it was no big deal. But he said that there was no way that Pantsu could have known that unless Ralph had posted that himself during visitation. So that's what they're happening. I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion about this. I would say that Ralph is a negative influence on everyone, and not having contact with Ralph is better than having contact with Ralph. However, I do believe that Ralph does have like a paternal obligation to be involved in his son's life, and it's what's her Faith's fault that she got knocked up by a fat belligerent fucking retard. She knew that he was a fat belligerent fucking retard, and she still went through with it. So, yeah, I don't know. Good for Ralph, I guess. I don't really have a lot to say about that. Good for Ralph. Hopefully it's a beneficial thing for everyone, and it's not a bad thing. I don't want bad things to happen. I definitely place full fault for all of this at the foot of Faith, and the fact that nobody else does is a bit perplexing to me. Such is life. Okay, that's it. That's it for Ralph. Mercifully short this week. The other thing that's happened is that Baked Alaska announced huge news, he says. Literal miracle just happened in my January 6th sentencing. Will announce live on air today, 5 p.m. on Wake and Baked. Praise Jesus. Heart and hands emoji. And this led people to believe that Baked would be getting I don't know what this clip is. Baked would be getting a reduced or removed sentence because he's snitching. However, that did not happen. His sentencing has not happened yet. And what he's actually saying is a miracle, praise Jesus, is that the judge presiding over his case, Emmett G. Sullivan, who is now going to be sentencing him next week, was swatted. The judge for his case was swatted, and Baked literally called that a miracle and praised Jesus for it. So, and that's not a joke. That's like actually what this fucking retard said. And he read this article about it on stream, where he was happy that this is a thing that happened. And of course, I think that this article says something about how we need more laws about doxing and shit. And what's really fucking crazy about this is that federal judges are one of the only demographics in the entire country who are legally protected from doxing. It is illegal to dox a federal judge, and he still gets swatted. So at his home, it's not even at his office. So they found where he lived, and they still swatted him, even though there are laws against doxing federal judges. So no more legislation is going to protect people from swatting. What we need is some kind of system where the police cannot be used as a fucking paramilitary prank force on everybody through phone calls. It's ridiculous. I really boggles the mind. And for some reason, Baked Alaska thought this was a good thing. I'm sure that this tweet, what Baked has said, is going to be used as evidence in his sentencing. And the judge is not going to be appreciative of it. That he can't sleep in his own house without being bothered by, the police. And the people this guy that he has in his mercy, the person who decides what Baked's sentence will be is solely up to the discretion of the judge. If he has the option between, like, community service and 4 years in jail or whatever, it's up to the judge. The prosecution can say, I believe that he deserves the maximum sentence because of his extreme disrespect for the, Nancy Pelosi's office and the imminent risk he placed to classified documents and the fact he was streaming it. Yada, yada. The prosecution can suggest that and give reasoning for it, but it's up to the judge's judgment to decide how much the sentence is going to be. So if he's like, so you're in this legal system, you are, in custody, being processed because of your disrespect for the federal government and for the laws of the federal government. And then, I get swatted in my fucking house. I'm just watching some iRobot and taking some time off, and I get the police knocking on my door, and you're going to celebrate that to your fucking fans on this bullshit platform, Cozy, which is already under scrutiny. Yeah, you're obviously not getting it. Maybe 4 years would be, I'm just making numbers up, but 4 years would be, give you enough time to reconsider what the fuck you're doing. And so it's a really baffling decision. If I was Baked Alaska and the judge was handling my case and he gets swatted, I would shit my parents, I would say nothing. I would contact my lawyer and say, this just happened. Can we get ahead of this and find something? Can we like make sure that they know I'm not involved in this? Like, I would be having a fucking conniption fit. I would be on the ground foaming at the mouth in fear. There's no way that I would be thinking, oh, praise the Lord. My judge was just swatted. Like, Baked is so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable. It really is crazy that this guy is so dumb and he's managed to do what he does and not be shot for it. In the process of sticking cameras in people's faces, he's actually managed to live into his adult years and not piss somebody off enough to kill him if he's that stupid. Really fascinating stuff. It's an arrogant stupid too. Yes, exactly. That's true. There is more Ralph content, actually. I lied. Ralph sharded again. They really want me to play this.
And now we live in this beautiful utopia for dogs. And I fucking run over my dog. And,
That was a big mistake, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
Reset the story. And
Wow, that's really loud. Is that is that really not like edited in? That's crazy.
sorry, I just figured we'd reset the story. And
He like caught himself too. Sorry, I just reset. Like he says it, acknowledges it, and then continues on.
sorry, I just figured we'd
I just farted, and then he has to like catch it. Oh, I just reset. That's funny.
reset the story. And
Damn, he's fucking gross. He
Now
just
we
sits
live
there
in a-
shitting his pants all day while May does everything for him. May's feeding the baby the formula, and he's like, "Can you get me another drink too, lady? I'm over here sharting, farting all day, and I need my sustenance." Gross.